Well, hello everybody. It is Monday, so it's our Monday meetup, and gosh, I was pretty close to right on time, 1:11 p.m. Sometimes I find myself running a few minutes late because now that I have braces, after lunch I have to take some extra time to get all the food out of my teeth. All these silly little things about being human. So, hello. If we haven't met, my name is Araya Anra. I'm a psychic medium, energy healer, and guide coach. I also work with dragons, and they are a big part of my journey. I do programs and sessions with them as well. And coming to you today, I just had to sit out in the garden because it's a beautiful spring day, and we're in the midst of this Mercury retrograde of looking back on some past stuff and realigning so we can let it go and really move forward come May 1st with all the April showers bringing May flowers and moving into new. And thankfully before the April showers I have some beautiful flowers popping up in the garden. I love that. I love the signs of spring. I love actually going with sandals, and I'm barefoot right now, and I just love that. So we had to be outside today. So I had a great question this last week from one of my clients, and it was about an experience that she had. She went to a convention of some type, crystals or healers, and we all know what those are like. There's all kinds of readers and shamans and different types of healing modalities available, or different people channeling different things. And so sometimes we get great new awareness, sometimes we get thrown for a loop and start questioning ourselves or our experience or what we thought was true. And I just want to remind you about your spiritual barometer, or maybe help you hone your spiritual barometer. And what is that? Your spiritual barometer is your own, sort of like your BS detector. It's your own inner knowing, because there are 8 billion people on the planet, more than that in the spirit realms, and I guarantee you that there's at least that many ways to know and experience and live your divinity, to connect with Mother, Father, God, all your angels, guides, guardians, dragons, whoever it be, from whatever realms that you come from. And maybe you are human in all your experiences, and maybe you feel like you've had other experiences and are starting to question those based on things you get from other people or other sources, or especially people channeling information. So one thing that people forget or don't realize, who do not have the ability to channel or intuit on their own yet, I say yet because we all have that capacity, it's just whether or not you're ready to open to it. And when you are, then you will have these pieces too to work through. And every channel, every person that is connecting to something greater or higher in the invisible realms, and they're bringing information through from archangels, angels, beings, dragons, unicorns, whatever they're saying is the source of their information. It's not just to take it with a grain of salt, really, that there is some incredible information coming through and a lot gets shared. But your own inner barometer and where you're ready in your journey for what you're ready to receive is your own guide. So you can hear something and always check in and tune in with your heart. So if you hear something that someone says, oh, these beings aren't good for you to work with, or this is what's going on for you, and it just doesn't resonate, you need to sit and tune in. And maybe it's not resonating because you're in resistance or fear of really being revealed to that information. And so that'll give you some things to work on and work through. But there's other times when we have to keep in mind that every single person is human, first and foremost. We are having a human experience. So if they're in front of you as a human being sharing information, they have filters. They have wounded filters. And hi, Tina, nice to see you. And a wounded filter is something that we all have. We all have childhood wounds. We all have past life karmic wounds that are blocking or what we can share or what's there. And so when we have that piece of us, we can only bring through the information that is aligned with our filters. So if we haven't done a lot of healing or inner work ourselves, those are going to be the things that block information from coming through maybe more accurately, or coming through in a way that a client needs to hear. Or if you're getting a reading from someone, then being able to sit and feel that and go, okay, well, is that the truth for me, or is this person not able to see this piece for me because of their own filter? And that's where your own barometer checks in, and you just tune into your heart, tune into your gut, your own inner knowing, and ask your guides and angels, say, this information came to me. I know that it came for a reason, and it's either to help me see something clearly, or it's helped me to heal something and become more aligned with my own truth and inner knowing. And it can be either. It can be, lots of different things. But when you trust your guides in your inner sense, and sometimes we can't trust ourselves, maybe sometimes we don't have that surrender to our own inner knowing, and that's where we get stuck, and so we start trusting everybody else's information. And I know this. I've had a lot of readings for myself in the past 15 years of my journey or more, of really opening, and so I've seen it all. I've seen myself actually give information that I knew wasn't the full picture, or was blocked because of my own wounds and filters from my own childhood. But one thing that I do know too is that every client that I have, so every healer that you go to, or client that you have, if you see clients, is a mirror for us. Because every single opportunity of what is being said to them or for them is also for me. There's something in myself that's ready to see that. And when I am open and clear in that, and I see myself actually able to work through that piece or release something else, then I see my channeling capacity shift. Then I see my own connection to more realms, more beings. Things open up as we keep doing our inner work. So just a little friendly reminder today. Just keep in mind, what is your spiritual barometer? Are you honed in on it? Do you need to access or get help getting that barometer aligned? And if you go and have an experience with someone else and you take it home and just sit with it if it's not feeling right, if it's not resonating. And resonating means when you hear something and it's like this full body wash of, oh, yes, that is so true. I get full body zings. My spine tingles from the top of my crown chakra all the way down to the base of my tailbone when I'm hearing truth spoken, truth that aligns for me. So if I'm in a room with someone, whether I'm receiving information or I'm sharing information with a client, or just having a conversation with a friend, if my spine starts tingling, I pay attention, and I tell them to pay attention, because there's something being said at that moment that is just absolute valid truth. And there's a jewel in that, if we can hone in. So is your barometer aligned? Do you ever get that sensation of knowing when something is really true or really aligned for you? Just think about it. And if it's not, you might be getting information that is definitely valid or there to challenge you, because your guides want you to either step more fully into your own knowing, or more fully into surrendering that piece of yourself that's not allowing you to hear it. So I hope that was helpful today. I do absolutely help people get through and find their own barometers, move through those childhood scars and wounds, our wounded filters. I recognize a lot of them and can help people through a lot of them, because I've cleared a lot of my own and gone through a lot of years of a very patient, gentle breaking apart of all the stuff within me that was holding me back of really living what I'm supposed to be doing and why I'm here. So if you need help with that, or you'd like to reach out and see if we're even a good fit to work together, I do 20-minute free discovery calls. I'd be happy to get on the line with you and just feel out, where are you at in your journey? What are you needing to focus on? What are you wanting to get out of connecting to someone that can help you move past things? Do you have repetitive patterns going on in your life that are keeping you stuck in the same cycles of the types of relationships you're in, or the types of coworkers or jobs you attract, or your financial situation just keeps running the same type of cycle? We can break that pattern. You can actually be free of it. You have to reach out though and find, whether it's me or someone else, someone to help you see. And that's where my psychic mediumship comes in, is being able to go in and really see what's going on energetically, emotionally, where the scars came from, whether it's this lifetime or a past one. Sometimes they're even both, where they're connected in this life because of past life carryover and the same players being involved again. So, my saying for my whole business is, a moment of clarity can change everything. And that can come in 5 minutes, it can come in a single session, it can come over 6 sessions in the transformation program. I do have lots of options, and if you would like to find out what they are, or just talk to somebody and see, what's going on, how can I move forward in my journey, I hope you'll reach out and message or email me, araya@invokehealing.com. And since I'm still here, I'm going to mention briefly too the Way of the Dragonheart program. You may not know dragons, you might not be interested in them or work with them, but some of you are. And so for those watching the replay as well, I'm talking to you because I have one or two Dragonhearts that still need to find the information to get in the program. We just kicked it off. Tomorrow is our second class of 9 months, so there's lots of time to still jump in, but the doors will close at, probably in about a month. It really depends. I'm just waiting because I know this souls, and I'm just waiting to feel their name come through. So if you'd like more information about how your life can really shift dramatically over a 9-month journey, deep into connection with the dragons, deep into sacred geometry and healing of so many layers of deep stuff that we have as humans. There's a lot of incredible energy happening with the planet right now, and this is a huge alignment of this program with things that are happening planetarily, and there's going to be a big shift. So also message me if you would like an application for that. It is an application process, but I do know that 1 or 2 are still out there that need to jump into this, so just putting that out as well. I wish you a fabulous week. I hope that your Easter was beautiful and joyous and spent exactly the way you wanted it to be, without stress, and enjoying beautiful spring weather. So have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Monday, again at 1:11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless I change it by post prior. Bye. Thanks for joining me.